Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 5, Narada's teachings to Vasudeva, text number 8. Vadanti te anyonyam upasitastriyaha griheshu maitunya-pareshu cha ashishaha yajanti asrishta annavidhana dakshinam vrutyai param gnananti pashun ataha vidaha vadanti te anyonyam upasitastriyo Gruheshu maitunya pareshu chashishaha yajanti asrusthana vidhana dakshinam vrutyai param gnananti pashun atadvidaha vadanti te anyonyam upasitastriyo gruheshu maitunya pareshu chashishaha yajanti asristha anna vidhana dakshinam vrutyai param gnananti pashun atadvidaha. Please chant. Matajis. Vadanti te anyonyam upasitastriyo griheshu maitunya pareshu chashisha Vadanti, speak. te, they, anyonyam, among each other, upasita striyaha, who are engaged in worshipping women, gruheshu, in their homes, maitunya pareshu, which are dedicated to sex only, cha, and ashishaha, blessings, yajanti, they worship, asrishta, without discharging, annavidhana, distribution of food, dakshinam, gifts in payment to the priests, vrityaihi, for their own livelihood, param, only, gnandanti, they murder, pashun, animals, ataha vidaha, in ignorance of the consequences of such behavior. Translation purport. The materialistic followers of Vedic rituals, giving up the worship of the Lord, instead practically worship their wives, and thus their homes become dedicated to sex life. Such materialistic householders encourage one another in such whimsical behavior. Understanding ritual sacrifices as a necessary item for bodily maintenance, they perform unauthorized ceremonies in which there is no distribution of foodstuffs or charity to the brahmanas and other respectable persons. Instead, they cruelly slaughter animals such as goats without any understanding of the dark consequences of their activities. Purport. False pride is certainly not complete without sex indulgence. Thus, lusty materialistic householders are not attracted to worshipping saintly persons, but rather worship their wives as a source of constant sex pleasure. The mentality of such condemned persons is described by the Lord Himself. Idam adya maya labdam imam prapsye manoratham. Idam astidam apite apime bhavishyati punardanam. So much wealth do I have today, and I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future more and more. Generally, materialistic householders consider themselves to be very religious. In fact, by earning money to support a band of relatives, they consider themselves to be more pious than the irresponsible sadhus who do not struggle to maintain family members. Worshipping the material body, they are contemptuous of the humble brahmanas who are generally not very advanced in economic development. They consider such so-called beggars to be unworthy objects of charity and instead perform sacrifices only for the enhancement of the false prestige of their own family members. Madhvacharya has stated in this regard, Upeksha vai harim te tu bhutva yajaya patanti adaha. In spite of proudly considering themselves to be great performance of religious ceremonies, those who neglect the Lord and His devotees certainly fall down. Such foolish persons sometimes bless each other by saying, "May you be blessed with the wealth of gorgeous flower garlands, sandalwood pulp, and beautiful women." Men who are controlled by the nature of women become exactly like women. Materialistic men are uninterested in the devotional service of Supreme Lord and strive for their own selfish happiness. Therefore, they eagerly take service from their husbands and become most discouraged if the husband prefers to serve the personality of Godhead. Being lost in such a fool's paradise, both husband and wife mutually encourage each other in temporary happiness. They do not like to speak or hear about the pastimes of the Lord, but prefer to discuss their own families. Still, the devotees of the Lord, being mature in the mode of goodness, are always ready to act mercifully towards such conditioned souls who are just like vain animals. When the devotees of the Lord preach that human beings should not slaughter animals, materialistic householders are very often astonished and inquire if it is actually possible to subsist on a vegetarian diet. Thus, being completely ignorant of the material mode of goodness, what to speak of spiritual knowledge, such condemned materialists have no hope beyond the mercy of the devotee of the Lord. Om Ajnana Timrandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshur Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalptarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajamalini Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye. Here Narada Muni is saying he is talking about Joruka Gulam. You know, Joruka Gulam. Like they say, like in Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 30th chapter, there is one verse, I am not going to describe, but Remetaya Atmarata Atma Ramascha Akanditam Kaminam Darshanam Dainyam Strinam Cha Dhrutatmanam. He said, Krishna and Srimad Radharani, like in front of Krishna, in front of Srimad Radharani, Krishna was behaving like a ordinary man, attracted man, like that. But he is Atmarata and Atmarama, self-satisfied, and he enjoys within himself, Atmarama. So Vishwanath Chakravarti comments that when a man doesn't control his senses, right? Women become, and then they become servant of that woman. And then that woman becomes very hard-hearted. When a husband is supposed to control his senses and control his wife's senses also. But when he becomes a Joruku Gulam, then the wife thinks that, he's under my control, he's after me. Then she becomes very hard-hearted, and then she tries to control him and engage him in her service. Kaminam, Darshanam, Dainyam. Dainyam, became miserable. Then Strinam cha Dhrutatmanam. They become very hard-hearted, like that. So, in second canto Bhagavatam, first chapter, Shrotavyadini Rajendra Nunam Santi Sahasrasaha Apashyatam Atmatattvam Gruheshu Gruhamedinam Nidraya Hriyate Naktam Vyavayena Cha Vyavaha Divacha Arthena Rajan Kutumba Varanenava Dehapatya Kalatradishu Atma Saineshu Asassu api Tasmat Pramatta Nidanam Pashyanapi na Pashyati Tasmat Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishvaro Harihi Shrotavya Kirtitavyascha Smaratam Ichchato Abhayam. Etavan Sankhya Yoga Abhyam Swadharma Parinistaya Janmalabha Parahupumsham Ante Narayana Smriti. Anyway, so many nice verses are there. I am not going to quote. So, Shrotavyadini Rajendra Nunam santi sahasrasaha apashatam atmatattvam gruheshu gruhamedinam. For those people who are not introduced in Krishna consciousness, in Atma Tattva, they have thousands and thousands of things to hear about and sing about. Shota Vyadin Rajendra, Nunam Shanti Sas. Srila Prabhupada says, in New York Times paper, invite, so many, 30 pages, 40 pages, they would come. Like even our Bhaktivinoda Prabhu used to say, it's not Times of India, it is Crimes of India. And then it is not Indian Express, it is Sindian Express. Sindian Express. So, everything, all the time they keep on hearing like that. So, Prabhupada in the purport, he writes, Grahastas and Grahamedi. Grahamedi means, घर में बैठ के हिंसा करने वाले. Right? Medha means envy or himsa, violence. Right? So they commit, all the family members, they commit violence to each other. That's why मेरा बीवी मेरा दिमाग खा रही है, मेरा BP बढ़ गया. Husbands, they complain like that. So it is, so that is, Grahastha means who stays at home. So Grahamedi means one who is interested in sense enjoyment, and then he is always envious of other householders. Oh, he has got this, he has got this, he has got this, I don't have. Right? So such people, nidraya hriyate naktam. In the night time, they spend in sleeping. Then otherwise, they indulge in association with a woman. Then in the daytime, they earn money to maintain the family. And they think that Deha Apatya Kalatradishu. Deha Apatya Kalatradishu. All these family members, they are their cynics. They think that they can protect them. Tasmat Pramatta Nidanam. They become mad. Then Pashanapi na Pashyati. Even though they are seeing, they are not seeing. They are not aware. Like that. So, this is previously, like if you see Kardama Muni, he was so elevated that Prabhupada writes, he wanted to marry, but he approached Lord Krishna. He did tapasya. If he had gone for some marriage broker or something, shadi.com or jivansati.com, ऐसे ही मिल जाते, कोई और कोई मिल जाते, some. But he approached Krishna, and then Krishna fixed his match. Who? Devhuti. She's so beautiful that one day she was playing ball on the terrace. Some Gandharva, he was going in the airplane. Simply hearing the ankle bulls of her feet, he fell down from the airplane. She was so beautiful. So Krishna fixed her. Even though she is beautiful, most beautiful girl, king's daughter, very chaste. She is very chaste. But Kardama Muni did not show any interest in her. For many years she was simply serving him. Very dedicated, like that. Gauravena Sambrambena. She was serving with love and respect. A woman respects a man who controls his senses, not a lampat admi. Right? Not a lampat admi. So, but in general, now in Kali Yuga, people, they become worshippers of their wives because they are too much attached to sense enjoyment, to the outward beauty of a woman. Outward beauty of a woman. And then like that. Prabhupada writes in first canto, second chapter, Shrunotam Sva Katha Krishna Punya Shravan Kirtanam. Even for great people, these two things, they cannot give up. Even great practitioners of devotional service also, they cannot give up these two attractions. One is woman and another is wealth. क्या हो गया आपको? क्या हो गया? You can sit in the chair. There is one very great devotee in Tamil Nadu. His name is Tondarapudi Alvar. Tondaripudi Alvar. His other name is Viparanarayana. Viparanarayana. What is the meaning of Tondaripudi Alvar? Tondaripudi Alvar means, Tondar means devotee. Adi means feet. Pudi means dust. Tondaripudi Alvar means he is the dust on the lotus feet of pure devotees. Tondaripudi. Otherwise, his name is Viparanarayana. His original name is Viparanarayana. He was born around 350 kilometers away, Tanjore from Chennai. So, right from the childhood, he was very, very attracted to Lord Ranganath. He heard about Lord Ranganath. Then somehow or other, he reached Lord Ranganath, Srirangam. So he had three desires. Right? One is to make garlands of Tulsi garlands and flower garlands and offer to Lord Ranganath. Number two, to sing always constantly, glorify Lord Ranganath's pastimes and his gunas. Right? His gunas. And number three, to become a duster on the lotus feet of pure devotees. So with this desire, he reached Srirangam. Then near the temple, there is a garden. He started staying in a small hut. And then every day, he was making garlands of Tulsi and then flower garlands and offer to Ranganathji. So completely absorbed in Krishna consciousness. He had no other, thing. Meanwhile, then he always, he would never look at any woman. Even if he had some interaction, he would always look at her like a mother. He never had any interaction with any woman. He was completely absorbed, like that. So one day, there is one society girl, Deva Devi, and her sister, they came to Srirangam. She is a very extraordinarily beautiful lady. Extraordinarily beautiful. And then she is very good in singing and dancing. Very good in singing and dancing. Then she is very pet of the king, and then the king used to give lot of rewards to her and all that. So she came. So one day she was near that garden. She saw Viparanarayana, very handsome. Young, handsome, shining, shining like that. So she became attracted. But she was trying to attract him, but he was not even looking at her at all. Then she gave a challenge, she took a challenge. Within 4 months, I will make him my servant. And he will become mad about me. Like that. Then she took some place near the garden. Then one day she started staying there. And then one day she was watering the Tulsi garden. So Viparanarayana asked, who are you? What are you doing here? She said, I am Deva Devi. I am a daughter of a prostitute. I want to give up everything and become a servant of Ranganathji. So I don't want to, any distractions. That's why I'm serving. I want to simply serve. So okay, then he like that. One day, then she was trying to attract him with her, all the features and all that. But he was not at all distracted. Then one day what she did, one day our Viparanarayana, he was sitting in the afternoon and chanting. And then suddenly it started raining. And then this lady, she came completely wet. Then she requested, Viparanarayana-ji, can you give me shelter? They said, oh, it's okay. Then somehow or other, he gave her shelter, and then he gave his kurta or whatever to cover herself. So at that time, his gaze fell on that beautiful body of that prostitute. And then she entered his heart. And slowly started forgetting Ranganath and became attracted to her. And then one day he proposed to her. I am very attracted to you. I want to marry you. Then she went, she said, she didn't reply, immediately. She went away. Because she went away, he became more and more mad about her. Right? And then one day he found out where she is staying, and then he went to her house. Then she rejected him. Then on the veranda, he was sitting and crying. Devadevi, Devadevi. अभी रंगनाथ को भूल गया. रंगनाथ को भूल गया. वो देवदेवी देवदेवी का नाम ले रहा है. Right? देवदेवी का नाम ले रहा है. Devadevi, it is their trick, beautiful women. In the beginning, they neglect so that men become more mad, and then they accept later on. It is their technique. So Lord Ranganath, he became very compassionate. Then he took form of a boy. Then he took one golden plate that is, food is offered to her, Lord Ranganath. He brought very nice food and prasad and all, and then he gave it to her. Our Vipranarayana sent this gold plate for you. Take it. Why are you so much resisting him? He's such a nice guy. Accept him. He is, Lord Ranganath was telling her. So she said she called him. Come. She called him like that. Then he हो गया. फिर बाद में when Pujari went inside, they found out that golden plate that is offered to Ranganath is missing. Right? It's missing. And then they searched and they found out that plate is in Devadevi's house. So they arrested Devadevi. Devadevi said, "मेरे को मालूम नहीं, oh, Vipranarayana, sent it. I don't know. Vipranarayana sent that plate. I don't know anything about it." Then, then they caught hold of Vipranarayana. Vipranarayana said, "I never said, I am a bhikari, I don't have any assistant. How can I send anybody? I don't know anything about the golden plate and all. I have not sent anybody to her. I have not sent it." Like that. So both of them were arrested, and then she was fined. This man is he's not so much rich or anything. So a heavy fine was imposed on her, and then they arrested him. Then they were contemplating what punishment will be given to Vipranarayana for stealing gold plate, like that. Then Lord Ranganath appeared in the dream of the king. He said, "I only stole to show mercy on my devotee. Both are innocent. Release them." Then Lord Ranganath, then that lady also, later on she became a very great devotee. Very great devotee. And then then Vipranarayana, he was so much lamenting. He was so much lamenting that what have I done? I came here, I wanted to practice celibacy, and then I want to absorb my mind in Krishna consciousness. So what have I done? How I became attracted to this lady, like that. Then there is only one way I can become free from lust. That is by serving the lotus feet of pure devotees and become a dust particle on their lotus feet. So every day he would catch hold of Vaishnavas and wash their lotus feet and then drink that water and put it on their head. Like that. So that is why his name became Tondarpudi Alvar. Tondarpudi Alvar. Right? Then he wrote 2 Prabandhas also glorifying Sri Ranganath. So we should be very, very careful. This verse is meant, karmis anyway they are attached, but devotees also sometimes they had behaved like this. Worshippers of women. It is very difficult to give up. So that is why we should always remain in Krishna consciousness, right? Prabhupada said in the matter of Devahuti, if a man gets a very chaste woman as his wife, Prabhupada says, when somebody performs millions of pious activities in their previous life, then only he will get a chaste wife. Prabhupada, such a man, there is no need for him to take sannyas if the wife is chaste. Right? Wife is chaste. Like that. So there are so many chaste women, right? So other day I was narrating our Tukaram, even though Tukaram's wife, Avali, she is very much against Vitthal, but she is very, very dedicated to her husband. One day, Vittalji, Tukaram became so Krishna conscious, he's fed up with family life and all. He went on the Bandara mountain and then he started doing japa, Ram Krishna Hari, Ram Krishna Hari. He had no other. But Avali, she is so chaste, she won't drink a drop of water also without feeding her husband Tukaram. Prabhupada, many times I told this, Prabhupada, that is the system, that is the system. Wives would eat in the plate without washing the plate of her husband, in the same plate. I have seen my Badima eating like that. My uncle would eat, Tauji would eat, and then she would eat in the same plate without washing it. That is the system. Oh, when the soul falls from with the rain, it enters the grain, and with that grain it enters the so the grain, that is why it is said, when the rice is cooked, the soul, that grain that is containing soul, comes up. Isliye, the first serving, pehla niwala, should be given to husband, so that soul will enter the body of the man, and that from that man's body it will enter the woman's body. पहला निवाला. ऐसा नहीं कि पत्नी ने बना के रख दिया, पत्नी और बच्चे खा लिया, और हस्बैंड आएगा 12 बजे बेचारा, 11 बजे बेचारा आएगा, बोलते गरम करके खा लो, गरम करके खा लो. Prabhupada he was speaking to Brahmanand Prabhu. Once Brahmanand Prabhu's father was very rich man. He, this kurkure, kurkure, that kurkure advertisement was shot in their house because they had a very modern kitchen in their house, shooting. They had a swimming pool and all that stuff, like that. So, Brahmananda Prabhu was telling Prabhupada, my father, he was a very rich man. He would work very hard, but he would come late. My mother and all of us would eat nicely and sleep. My father would come and eat kurkure and sleep. Prabhupada would laugh and laugh and laugh. He was eating kurkure. He fell down from the chair itself, laughing. Kurkure, like that. But Avali is not like that. Avali, she would walk up, 12 miles on the top of the mountain. And then while going up, she would give galis to Vitthal. Ye Kaliya ke wajah se sare problems. My husband is a very nice man. But somehow or other he came in contact with this Kaliya. पता नहीं कि किधर से आया गया ये कालिया, फिर कालिया ने उसका चित चुरा लिया, एंड देन आई हैव टू टेल, उसका ना खाने का ध्यान है, ना सोने का ध्यान है, ना पीने का ध्यान है, सब कुछ आई हैव टू टेक केयर, लाइक दैट, गिविंग गालिस. शी वुड go up. One day she was walking up, a very sharp thorn pierced her feet. Blood started flowing, very severe injury. deep injury. And then the water, the bottle, that pot she was carrying, it fell and like that. Oh, then she can't say, oh my God. She didn't want to say, oh my God. If I say, oh my God, this Kalia will come. Then he will come and laugh at me. अच्छा हुआ, मेरे को गाली देती है. अच्छा हुआ. Right? अच्छा हुआ. Like that. That's why she was not saying even oh my God also. She was cursing. Like that. Then finally, Vitthal, he wanted to show mercy on Avali. He appeared in his beautiful form, wearing, Pitambar Vastra, very nice, Kirita, Kundala, and, Kiritilam, Kundalinam, Keyura, Valayanvitam, Kaustubaharanam, Grimam, Pita Kaushesha Vashasham, like Kanchi Kalapa Paryastam, Lasat Kanchana Nupuram. So like that description is there. Darshaniyam Atmanam Shantam, Mano Nayana Vardhanam. Like that. Smayamanam Abhidhyayen Sa Kalop, Savalokanam, Savalokanam. So Niyata Abhimena Drishtena. Like that, there is a description in Dhruva Maharaj's pastime. Like that, Krishna came in that very beautiful, wearing, Kiritinam, Kundilam, Harina, Vanamalinam, Shivasankam, like that, Ganashamam, Purusham, Vanamalinam, like that, very beautiful. And then she as soon as she saw, she made, ये कौन है, ये बेटा ये कालिया आ गया मेरे पे हंसने के लिए. Immediately she closed her eyes. No, I don't want to see. So बेटी उठो, let me put some medicine for you, let me take, like that. No. Open your eyes. Then she opened her eyes. She didn't want to see Kali, Vitthal. And then she turned her head. Then Vitthal appeared there. She turned her like Vitthal appeared there. Antar Bahishchan Tassarvam Vyapya Narayana Tishtati. Then she turned. Then Vitthal appeared there. Hare, let me, put some bandage for on your feet. Don't hesitate. I said, why? Vitthal asked Avali, why are you angry with me? I am not the cause. For example, a fruit is ripened and it is on the tree, and then there is a small wind touched, and then it fell. It looks like wind is the cause, but the fruit is already ripened. It is like that. He is Vithala. This Tukaram is already ripened in his Krishna consciousness. He came in contact with my name and form. He became mad. It is mera galti nahi hai. No, it's because of you only. We are all having all these problems. Our children don't have feed. I don't have anything to eat. And then he goes and sits on the Bandara mountain. I have to walk 12 miles every day. He said, see, I have helped him in many ways. I supplied Ganna. He distributed. I supplied Goni, Dhanya. He distributed. I gave him so much wealth, but he doesn't care. Mera galti hai. Chalo. Then he put bandage on her feet. He took out the thorn. He took her on the Bandara mountain. Tukaram was chanting, Ram Krishna Hari, Ram Krishna Hari, Ram Krishna Hari. And then he saw somebody's footsteps. Then he opened his eyes. He fainted. Surya and light and darkness coming together. How it is possible, that my wife and Vitthal together. Then immediately offered obeisances to Vitthal. And then he told his wife, feed him. He's our guest. Feed him. Abhi aur ek problem hai. I have only 2 or 3 chapatis. If I feed him, what will I feed my husband? But she knows, Atiti Satkar. Then she fed him. Then she was thinking, what will I feed? My husband must be very hungry. Then Vittal told, Beti, serve him also. Then she started giving galis. पूरा खा लिया फिर बोलते सर्विंग करो. अरे look into the basket. Then when she opened the basket, for all 4 kinds of chaturvija, bhajante mam. Then it's Bhagavat Prasado. All 4 kinds of my worshipable Ambika Devi has done this miracle. Vittalji said, Ambika Devi ne maine kiya. Ambika Devi nahi hai. Maine kiya. Like that. Oh, acha. Then she fed. Both of them ate nicely. Are you pani pilana hai? Pani ka bottle. Krishna, Vittalji said, lift that stone. You will find water. Then she lifted the stone. Then the very beautiful, sweet water has sprung up. Then Vittalji told Tukaram, Abhi, your wife is having so much difficulty walking up. She's just such a chaste woman. She won't eat, she won't drink without feeding you. So please, there is no need for you to sit here and chant and all. Go to your house. Come to my temple and chant, and then take care of your wife and children also. I am there. Then Tukaram begged, fell at the lotus feet of Vittalji and said, give me one benediction that I can always remember your lotus feet. I will always perform pure devotional service at your lotus feet. Then Vittalji said, wherever and whenever you sing, I will come. I'll come in your kirtan. Right? I'll come in your kirtan. Like that. So like Narad Muni says, Narad Muni says, Pragayata Svaviryani, Tirthapada, Priyashrava, Ahuta Hivame Sigram, Darshanam Yati Chetasi. Like the previous verse, Devadattam Imam Veenam, Swarabrahma Vibhushitam, Murchayitva Harikatha, Gayamanas Charamyaham. When after Narada Muni, Krishna personally gave Veena to Narada Muni. Devadattam Imam Veenam, Swarabrahma. So then Krishna taught Sarigama Padanisa, Murchayitva Harikatham. So I always sing and chant Narada Muni, Bajai Veena, Radhika Ramana. Like that. So so Gayamanam Charamyam. I always sing and like that. Then Pragayata Svaviryani. Whenever I sing the glories of Krishna, as soon as I call Krishna, Ahuta Ivame Sigram. Right? As soon as I call Krishna, Radhika Raman, Krishna comes in front of Darshanam Yati Chetas. Right? This is from first canto 6th chapter. Like that. So then, like that. So there are many wives like, Avali. There are so many chaste women. If a man gets, if a man gets such a chaste woman, then no problem. Otherwise, nowadays, when the boy goes to see the girl, first thing she would ask, package kya hai? Right? Package kya hai? Package पूछेगी. One person went to meet one girl. पूछता है कितना कमाते हो? बोलते हैं 40,000. 40,000. Then she said, मेरा ब्यूटी पार्लर का खर्चा ही 22,000. घर कैसा चला होगा? Reject. Reject. Right? Then she would say, खुद का घर है 2 BHK or 1 BHK. Then third thing, no living with सास. माँ जिंदा है? No living with mother, saas sasur, nahi. That's why Prabhupada was surprised. So many, one lady, he was meeting one lady, he was asking, what is your son got married? Yeah, she said, no. He said, why? Because he can't maintain his wife. So Prabhupada was surprised. He can't maintain his wife. In India, even a rickshaw puller, they get married. Then she said, no, maintenance cost is very high. Right? Then then that is why there are so many old age homes. Right? Then the wife would say, no, your mother should not stay with us, or don't listen to your mother. Right? So there one girl was singing, uh, जब तक जब तक तेरा बेटा मम्मी मम्मी बोले तब तक तेरा बेटा है अब तेरा बेटा डार्लिंग डार्लिंग बोले अब तेरा बेटा मेरा है बेटा बेटा मत कर सासू तब तक अब तेरा बेटा मेरा है जब तक तो मम्मी मम्मी बोला तब तक तुम्हारा बेटा है अभी डार्लिंग डार्लिंग राधा गोविंद महाराज says I was hearing one lecture. I was very surprised because in Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, they won't call their husbands by their names. They think that if you call their husband by name, आयु कम हो जाएगा, right? आयु कम हो जाएगा, like that. So Maharaj was surprised. Amit, come here. You know. Then Maharaj was shocked. किसको बुला रही है? मेरा हस्बैंड को so, जैसा कुत्ता को बुलाता है वैसा बुला रही है. Right? कुत्ता को like that. Once one सासू माँ बोल रही थी, nowadays they call अमित ये वो किरण like that. हस्बैंड को नाम से बुलाने का नहीं, right? हस्बैंड को नाम से नहीं बुलाने का. अच्छा क्यों, क्या होता है? मुझे आयु कम हो जाता है. Then she was come here. Then the सासू said, नहीं नाम से बुलाओ. नाम से बुलाओ. ये कुत्ता को बुला रहे. वेरी डिफिकल्ट, वेरी डिफिकल्ट. इसलिए जो लोग शादी नहीं किया, जी लो. जो शादी कर लिया, जेलो. जेलो. Right? Nowadays, I don't know, the news, it comes, it is so bad. The wives, they kill their husbands. You know, kill their husbands. Now they are planning, it seems, if they are going for honeymoon, they will go with bodyguards. You know, bodyguards. Like that. Once one wife was asking her husband, give me iPhone 17. बोलते मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है. Husband बोला मेरा पास पैसा नहीं है. Then she went inside, brought a measuring tape. Then she started measuring length and breadth and width and everything. So, क्या कर रही है तुम? बताती. Then she went inside and then she was measuring a drum. Blue drum. So immediately, no, ले लो. ले लो. Like that, you have to earn money and to satisfy his wife, wife, and then she is never satisfied. Right? She is never satisfied. That is why somebody was asking how to बीवी को खुश कैसा करने का? बोलता है पर्स खोल के रखो, मुंह बंद करके रखो। पर्स खोल के रखो, मुंह बंद करके रखो। Like that. So this is better. Pray to Krishna if somebody wants to, any brahmachari wants to get married. Like Kardama Muni, go to Krishna and get approval from Krishna, then marry. Otherwise, you don't know क्या होने वाला है. And all the laws also, they are very highly favorable to women. If she goes and complains, they will put you in the jail. Very dangerous. So, another part I will cover now. So, in the shloka, it is given that these people, they perform sacrifices. Dambam darpam abhimanascha krodam parishyameva ajnanam abhijatasya partha sampadim asurim. Damba, darpa, arrogance, pride, all this, ajnanam abhijatasya. They are all very proud. Then atma sambhavita stabda dhanamana madanvita yajnai nama yajnaiste, dambena abhidipurokam. Only in the name only they perform yajna. Right? Vidihinam ashrustannam. Without following the rules and regulations, they perform yajna. Vidihinam ashrustannam. They don't distribute food. Mantrahinam adakshina. Without chanting proper mantras, then without giving dakshina, they perform sacrifices. Shraddha virahito yajna. Tamasa parichakshate. In Lord Krishna describes 3 types of yajnas. Right? Afala prepsuna karma. Vididishtaya ijjate. So that is one. Then abhisandayat phalam. Dambena dambahankare mevacha. Ijjate bhartashrestha. Tad yajna rajasam uchyate. Then vidihinam ashrustannam mantrahinam adakshinam shraddha virahitam yajnam tamasa parishakshate. In Varaha Purana, Lord Varahadev, he spoke to Bhudevi. So that is called Bhumi Gita. Bhumi Gita. So there it is mentioned that there is one Tirukondayar, some temple is there, Tirukondayar. So there is one Maldasari, a person belonging to scheduled caste, Harijan. He was going every day in one raga, one particular raga. He would go and sing in front of the Lord. And then he, very great devotee, the Lord would like to hear his singing. Very nice. Like that. One day he was coming back. One day he was going to sing to the Lord on Ekadasi day. One Brahmarakshas caught him. Brahmarakshas means what? Who know? A Brahmin who broke the great principles. He is Brahmarakshas. He caught him, Maldasari. Then Maldasari said, see, I have a service to perform. I will sing and come back. Yeah. Then Brahmarakshas, he has knowledge. Everybody has, life is very dear, prana is very dear to everybody. How can I trust you? Right? How can I trust you? Like that. And then Maldasari said, I will go, and if I don't come back, I will get the sin of Brahmahatya Pap. Then that Brahmarakshas said, he is a Brahmana, no? He said, there is a prayaschitta for this. Then he said, if I go and don't come back, I will get the sin of killing a Sishu. Then they said, for this also there is a prayaschitta. Like that, if I don't come back, I will get the sin of woman. Sri Hatya. Like that. Then Go Hatya. Like that, he narrated. When he told 16th Papa, he said, Brahmarakshas said, there is no prashita for this. Go and come back. Go and come back. Then he went and then he sang. Then he went to, he told to the Lord, Lord, my dear Lord, this is my last day. Now I'm lunch for my Brahmarakshas. So please forgive me if I have any offense committed. Like that. Then he came back. So this Brahmarakshas was very surprised that this Maldasari has come back. Then he said, you are a true devotee. Then Maldasari asked, how you became Brahmarakshas? Then that Brahmarakshas, he had a memory of his last life. He said, in my last life, I performed yajna. I didn't give dakshina. Who is when yajna appeared, who is the wife? Dakshina. Huh? Dakshina. Yajna is incomplete without giving dakshina. Right? Our devotees also, they discuss, Panchatattva milega, Vishnu Sahasranama milega. Panchatattva means 500. Right? Vishnu Sahasranama means 1000. नहीं दिया, आला बदमाश, इतना बड़ा घर, ये क्या फायदा है? ऐसा गाली देते हैं. आप बंगाली का घर में जाएगा, ये 11 रुपए देगा. राइट? हम कृष्णदास प्रभु का उधर गया तो सब लोग 10 पैसा, एक पैसा, 50, 10 रुपए का कॉइन सब लोग दे रहा था. एक ब्रह्मचारी आया था. हम तो इधर, हमको तो इधर 5,000, 10,000, कभी कभी 50,000 मिलता है मेरे को. राइट? दक्षिणा इधर मुंबई में. उधर 11 रुपए, 50 रुपए दे रहे थे, 20 रुपए. इतना वो ब्रह्मचारी आया था. मैं बोला आपको चाहिए? हमको नहीं चाहिए ये चिल्लर. उसको दे दिया मैंने. लाइक दैट. राइट? एक बंगाली हमारे एक डिवोटी को बुलाया था. कल में हमारे गौर में आ जाओ, भोजन है, भोजन है. फिर गया, फिर बाद में किधर है? भोजन है, भोजन नहीं, भजन भजन. राइट? भजन है. अरे भोजन नहीं है, भोजन नहीं है. Anyway, that Brahma, he didn't give dakshina, that's why he became Brahmarakshas. Right? He became Brahmarakshas. Then that Brahmarakshas asked Maldasari, please relieve me from this Brahmarakshas body, from Brahmarakshas body. Please dedicate, your devotion service. Please pray to the Lord. He said, I am very, very fallen. There is no value. Said, no. Just give 1 day of your devotion service. 1 day of your devotion service. Then, then he said, he prayed to the Lord. My dear Lord, if I have done any devotion service today, whatever I have sang, please dedicate, please let this result go to this man, Brahmarakshas, so that he will become all right. As soon as he said that Brahmarakshas gave up his body, he assumed a 400 form, went back to Vaikuntha. Yeah? Any questions? Any questions? That means you are hearing. You are not hearing. You are not hearing. 16th Papa is anybody who says Shiva and Brahma are equal to Narayana. That is the greatest Papa. There is no prayaschitta for that. Narayana, what is that? Narayana, Brahma Rudradi Daivatam, Samatve Naiva, Ye Pashandi Bhave. Kya, what is that verse? Narayana? Samatvena Viksheta, Sapa. Like that. So that this is told by Lord Varahadev to Bhudevi. This is called Bhumigita in Varaha Purana. Varaha Purana. So very dangerous. So these people they do all kinds of dana. So one Sri Vaishnava Acharya, he comments 17th chapter Bhagavad Gita is very important because Lord Krishna spoke 17th chapter Bhagavad Gita, seeing this Jarasandha collecting so many kings to sacrifice. And then people are so much affected by this mode of ignorance worship. That's why Krishna spoke that 17th chapter Bhagavad Gita to target what is real, what is the yajna, tapa and dana. Krishna, like that. Like that. So this is... So this is these people, of demoniac nature. They perform all kinds of. Loknath Maharaj says every day one has to do nitya yajna. Nitya yajna. So people also they do nitya yajna. They smoke cigarette. Well, Loknath Maharaj was saying in one lecture. He went to Ahmedabad. Then the Yajamani, he lit his cigarette with the fire from the Havan. Gaur Kaliyug. Mantrahinam, like that. So these are all waste. That is why I will close by saying one very beautiful verse. Two nice verses. Kalau janasya mananam dukkha shoka tamonudau, dukkha shoka tamonudau, anugrahaya bhaktanam sa punyat yatanod yashaha, yasmin satkarna piyusho yashaha tirtavara sukrit shrotanjali upasparsha dhunoti kamavasana. So Prabhupada, it is said, Lord Krishna appeared not for people of Dwapara Yuga, but he appeared for purpose of benefiting Kali Yuga people. Kali Yuga people. Kalau janasya mananam dukkha shoka tamonudo. They are very much afflicted with the dukkha and shoka and then tamogun. Anugrahaya bhaktanam. In order to show mercy on devotees, Krishna appeared to perform wonderful pastimes. Right? Then Yasmin Satkarna Piyushe, Yasmin Satkarna Piyushe. Anybody who hears these pastimes of the Lord, Yashaha Tirtavara Sukrit, they will become Shrotanjali Upasparsha. As soon as they come in contact with this Krishna Katha, with this Krishna Katha, then Dhunoti Kamavasana. Dhunoti Kamavasana. Kamavasana will go away. Will go away. So, last very wonderful pastime, 5 minutes. Prabhupada, Dhananjay Prabhu was narrating. Prabhupada told Dhananjay Prabhu, all the Sankirtan devotees, Sankirtan devotees, they should sell Gaur-Nitai dolls. Prabhupada told him. He said, go to Aligarh, then you make brass deities of Gaur-Nitai, and along with the books, you sell them as dolls. Prabhupada said, when they go to Holland, they want to bring Dutch doll. When they go to Japan, they want to bring Japan doll. When they go to Hawaii, Hawaii doll. They Honolulu, doll they make. Like that, when they come to Hare Krishna, they should get Hare Krishna doll. Then Dhananjay Prabhu said, is it not offense to sell Gaur-Nitai deities like that? Prabhupada said, no, he is Patita Pavana. Even a meat eater can worship Gaur-Nitai. Even a meat eater can worship Gaur-Nitai. But all the books are already heavy. And then deities will not be, no, you just make 5 inches. And then they should be beautiful and dressed, dressed, like that. Prabhupada said, Bhagavatam is book Bhagavata, Gaur Nitai, person Bhagavata. Right? Person Bhagavata. And when these people, when they go to, then you tell them, you keep these dolls, then all your desires will be fulfilled. Everybody wants their desires to be fulfilled. Actually nowadays the situation, they don't follow Prabhupada. Prabhupada told Dhananjay Prabhu, don't depend on temple. Go outside, live there, because they were staying in the guest house, Krishna Balaram guest house. Wife in one room, husband in another room. Gopal Krishna Maharaj and Dhananjay Prabhu in one room. And then his wife and his wife in another room. Prabhupada said, go out, stay there and do business. Don't take anything from the temple. Yeah? You will get entangled. He said, you do this business. Prabhupada told. So he said, then they will take the doll and then they are in the almirah shelf. Somebody will ask, son will ask, Papa, who is this? What is this doll? Then Papa will tell son or his family member, oh, I got it from Hare Krishna, dolls. They were saying, he will fulfill all our desires. Then the son would, or a family member say, then you have to take care of them. Yeah. Did you ask them how to take care? No, you go and ask. So he will come and ask. Then you tell them. Then I will come to your house and tell you how to. Then along with that, they will purchase dresses. They will purchase paraphernalia. They will purchase agarbatti, doop deep and everything. Food. Then it's a very good business. So Dhananjay Prabhu says he sold 3,000 sets of Gaurnitai. Like that. So we should not condemn all this kind of Grahamedis. We should help them, by distributing Bhagavatam, by distributing Gaurnitai, Jagannath Bade Subhadra dolls, then, making them Krishna conscious, make them take part in festivals like Jagannath Rath Yatra. So many people they came, right? In last year I attended New York Rath Yatra. So many people come. So when they see Lord Jagannath, they get delivered. Prabhupada said, when they purchase my book, don't give my books to anybody free. When they purchase my books, their devotion service has started because they spent $1, $10 in devotion service. So like that, we should Janma Sarthakati Karo Paropakar. We should help these people because Krishna saved us, Prabhupada saved us. So we should also try to save. We are way to save, but at least we can help Prabhupada to save. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki